So we are back in Arizona to visit a place that if you love planes, especially airliners, and you want to get up close and personal, this place is a must. Today we visit Kingman Municipal Airport in Kingman, Arizona. We'll be honest, we knew very little about this airport, but my dad used to live about 15 minutes away, and we didn't even know it existed, but I wasn't a pilot back then either. It used to be known as Kingman Army Airfield between 1942 and 1945 when the U.S. Army Air Forces acquired a little over 4,000 acres from Mojave County, which also served as Kingman Aerial Gunnery School Training Facility. Today, Kingman Airport is untowered with two runways, 1735 at 6,725 by 75 feet and 0321 at 6,827 by 150 feet at an elevation of 3,449, which of course means density altitude, which is always a factor, especially in this part of the country where temperatures can reach up to 120 degrees. Now, if you're coming with someone that loves planes and has never been to this airport, don't tell them about the boneyard. Just watch the look on their face when they see all the planes on your approach. I didn't tell my wife, and it was so worth it. This area also has another weather phenomenon called haboobs. Yes, that's what they're called. And yes, I already hear you guys snickering over there. But it comes from the Arabic word for blown. They are massive dust storms that can be 100 miles wide and 5,000 feet tall. There's a quick post on ForeFlight of a pilot landing and the FBO helping him quickly tie down his plane just minutes before the dust storm arrived. So make sure to always tie down your aircraft. For you instrument pilots, there are also a couple of RNAV approaches for runways 0321. Now, even though I didn't know much about this airport, I did know one very exciting thing about it. It has acres and acres of regional airline aircraft stored in its boneyard from companies like DHL and Delta Airlines. There's also an FBO that has one of my favorite names, Arizona Aircraft Services. Now, if you look at the spelling of it, you'll see why I get a kick out of it. It's just really clever. In reading some ForeFlight reviews for the FBO, you might want to call ahead just to make sure they know you are coming, and even more importantly, that you know that they'll be there. They have great reviews, and right in front of their building is the self-serve fuel island. They were closed when we visited, so we can't confirm any amenities, but according to their website, they have a pilot's lounge and do provide a crew car for short trips into town, but they do once again ask to call ahead. And finally, where exactly is transient parking? Well, we tried our best to just look at the charts and read reviews, but still it wasn't 100% confirmed. So we ended up calling the airport, and a very, very nice lady called us back and just let us know that pretty much anywhere in front of the restaurant was transient parking, and just to pay your fees the next day. So as you can see, there is a ton of parking, and they all have tie-down chains. The only time she said to worry about parking is during the F1 racing in Vegas. For anyone who doesn't know, that race brings so much air traffic that it spills out to the other airports even relatively close to Vegas. So in summary, the summers get pretty hot and they do have dust storms. One of the coolest boneyards that you can actually walk around the airplanes. They have a great FBO that provides crew cars, but always make sure to call ahead. And plenty of transient parking, just be cautious when the F1 racing is in Vegas. We can't believe we hadn't visited this airport before, and even worse, when we were only 15 minutes away from it. But we're so glad we finally made it. It was spectacular walking around these huge aircrafts, thinking about all the flights they made, the people they transported, and the pilots that flew them. We needed so much more time here, so we'll definitely be going back soon. We could have walked for hours, and next time that's exactly what we'll be doing. We want to thank our YouTube friend Tennessee 1975, who requested this airport way back when we did Sun Valley Airport. Sorry friend, it took so long, but we finally made it, which is a great reminder that if you have a request for an airport you'd like for us to visit, please let us know. We actually have a spreadsheet to make sure we never forget, and we do intend to travel the entire US eventually, so no airport is too far. We don't need a reason to visit a new airport, but we definitely prioritize your guys' requests. Thank you all again for your comments, and lately your words of support. Some days we feel like we know what we're doing, but more often than not we have no idea, and just hope we're consistent enough to bring you guys the information that excites you to visit these places. So when you guys leave a simple comment like "nice work," you have no idea how much we appreciate that. Thank you, and as always, we'll see you guys next week, and until then, go fly, go discover.